Welcome back, everybody. Man, 192 years is a long time to be doing anything. Luke, my 6-year-old, can't do something for more than 15 or 20 minutes. So when I think about doing something for 192 years, I'm pleasantly overwhelmed. What that tells me is that this community of faith has continually reinvented itself and been open to the moving of Spirit where it has led. That means there have been different iterations of First Presbyterian, St. Andrew's Presbyterian, First St. Andrew's Presbyterian, First St. Andrew's United, and so on. We have gone through many changes collectively, our ancestors in the faith, and those that come will undergo changes as well. Of course, we are experiencing beautiful changes in our midst right now. We have new staff, we have new members, we have different styles of music and practice and play than we've had before. We have new curriculums, new ways of thinking, being, and doing. That doesn't mean that we are separated from the past, but that we are connected spiritually to that movement of Spirit, to that movement of change, which is inevitable. Sometimes we're more resistant to it than at others. I hope this last Sunday you were able to capture a glimpse of some of the ways in which we are leaning into change, the way that we as a community of faith are trying to respond to the ever-changing needs, not just of our specific community, but of the broader community of London and Southwest Ontario. Of course, that requires partnerships in ministry because no one is an island and no one community can do it all alone. I'm so grateful to be connected not just to this community of faith, but to all the ministry partners that we are connected with that I'm continuing to learn about. In the Reverend Kathy Douglas's reflection, and for those that did not catch this, she is the faith formation minister for our region. And she has been instrumental in helping to plan and support youth and young adult ministries as well as adult educational opportunities. And she is a faithful advocate for discipleship and justice, which is a commission that I chair presently. I am grateful that Kathy brought the word she did because she acknowledged the beauty of this space. And we imagined how beautiful the space that the figure of Jesus and the disciples were looking at in the scripture passage. And then, of course, we get that, I don't know if I'd call it a rebuke, but certainly a statement that gives us pause. When Jesus responds to the disciples' admiration for this space and the walls and the stones, he said, not one of them will remain unturned, right? Everyone will be thrown down at some point. Now, we could speculate forever about what that meant, but I suspect that at least a portion of what Jesus meant had to do with that change that I was mentioning earlier. You see, Kathy encouraged us to keep doing what we've been doing, knowing that needs will change, needs will arise that we can't fully anticipate, but that together, building community, strengthening the bonds that already exist, and building new relationships, that we're going to be able to faithfully respond. And in our own little way, we're going to have an impact that will far exceed what you and I can imagine because we are connected to that larger body, to that cloud of witnesses, and of course to a creator God that far exceeds anything we can conceive or imagine. We are encouraged as we deal with the inevitable changes to not lose faith, to not grow weary, to not fall victim to the nostalgia that can sometimes sweep over us when we look back to other days when there were thousands of people present in our churches, many hundreds of which are no longer present. We are encouraged to take heart because we are continuing to have tremendous impact that far exceeds what we know. And we have to trust that there is something other than us at work in what we do, in how we practice, and in how we relate to one another. You see, we are continuing to grow. As a general minister of the United Church of Christ once said, we are reformed and ever reforming. I think that applies to all mainline Protestant communities, right? We are certainly children of the Reformation, but we are ever reforming. We are grateful to our ancestors in the faith, and we are ready for the challenges and changes to come. I give thanks for your presence and your witness. among us and in this city, but I also give thanks that you are with me and that I can be with you on this journey as we move forward into a new day, into a new year, into a new life here at First St. Andrew's United Church, where all are welcome. Thanks for joining me today. I look forward to seeing you next week.